In 1959, Cuba chose a different path toward dignity, justice, and sovereignty. And in 1960, at Fidel's initiative, the Cuban Institute of Friendship with the Peoples, ICAP, was born, an institution rooted in Fidel's vision that solidarity among peoples is not only moral, it is revolutionary. ICAP's first president, Geraldo Mazola Colazo, helped establish the foundation of Cuba's internationalist outreach, directing the institute from its creation until 1968. He was followed by René Rodriguez Cruz, who from 1977 to 1990 expanded ICAP's work across continents, giving structure and depth to the global solidarity movement. Then came Sergio Corriere Hernandez, renowned revolutionary and cultural figure who led ICAP from 1990 to 2008 and deepened the people-to-people diplomacy that defines the institution. Today, ICAP is proudly led by Fernando Gonázlez Llort, hero of the Republic of Cuba, one of the Cuban Five, and a living symbol of resistance and international solidarity. From the very beginning, solidarity was action. Brigades of international youth, called by the World Federation of Democratic Youth, and coordinated by Celia Sanchez Manduli, the Association of Young Rebels, and ICAP, came to Cuba to build schools, work the land, and share in the transformative spirit of the revolution. They did not just witness history, they lived it side by side with Cuban workers, students, and communities. 65 years later, ICAP continues to nurture that vision. With friends in every corner of the planet, it channels the spirit of people-to-people diplomacy, welcoming those who believe in Cuba's right to self-determination. From the first brigades of the 1960s to today's international contingents, from the Venceremos Brigade of the US to the José Martí Brigade of Europe to the May Day Brigade, voluntary work and direct exchange have remained a cornerstone of solidarity. CJAM, the international camp Julio Antonio Mella in Artemisa, remains a meeting ground where the world comes to work, learn, and live the Cuban experience. In the United Kingdom, that spirit lives through the Cuba Solidarity Campaign. For decades, the Cuba Solidarity Campaign has stood shoulder to shoulder with Cuba, whether fighting the blockade, defending the truth, or demanding justice in the case of the Miami Five. Your work has made a difference, and every year CSC brigadistas travel to Cuba not as tourists, but as friends to work the land, meet the people, and return as ambassadors of the truth. 2025 is more than an anniversary, it is a year of action. As Cuba faces intensified hardship under an unjust blockade, ICAP and the global movement have defined 3 pillars of solidarity for this moment. Denounce the blockade, reach new audiences, build legal and moral arguments, expose the cruelty of US policy, support the economy, bring medical aid, send donations, respond to Cuba's real and urgent needs, travel and exchange, join brigades, visit Cuba, break isolation with direct human connection. Just as thousands of volunteers have done since 1960, we invite new generations to walk the cane fields, hear Cuban music, speak with workers and artists, and witness Cuba's living revolution firsthand. This year, the first and deepest tribute is to Fidel, founder of ICAP, whose revolutionary internationalism continues to inspire. As Fidel said, solidarity is the tenderness of peoples. His vision still guides every act of friendship that crosses borders in defense of justice.
Dear friends, greetings from the Cuban Institute for Friendship with the Peoples. I send this message with great affection to all members and guests gathered at the annual general meeting of the Cuba Solidarity Campaign in the United Kingdom. I see Cuba Solidarity Campaign as an organization with outstanding results and a high level of commitment to Cuba within the European solidarity movement. Your decades of unwavering and steadfast support, your efforts to denounce the blockade, and your consistent demand for Cuba to be removed from the list of state sponsors of terrorism are reasons enough for us to express our gratitude and recognition. This designation is unjust and politically motivated, and it punishes the Cuban people. I would like to take this opportunity to thank the members of the campaign, the trade unions, and the members of parliament who contributed to the fundraising campaigns for the education and healthcare sectors in Cuba. I would also like to acknowledge the success of the recent Cuban Film Festival in London. The two fantastic editions of the festival have promoted the best of Cuban film art to your society. We are especially grateful to Rob Miller, whose leadership and devotion have enabled the organization of numerous events in support of Cuba. Among all the friends of Cuba in the United Kingdom, he is a reference of selflessness and true love. For ICAP, 2025 holds special significance. It is the year in which we are celebrating our 65th anniversary. For over 6 decades, we have worked hard to strengthen brotherhood among peoples, defend peace and just causes, and promote respect for human dignity. This celebration campaign is our invitation to all friends to share and experience love for Cuba. I am confident that each local CSS branch in the United Kingdom will dedicate time to highlight ICAP's special relationship with the campaign, as well as our many years of cooperation and mutual aid. We will be honored to have our British friends in attendance at the activities and projects planned for our commemoration, whether as part of the brigades or as groups, or at the main events taking place December 27th to 29th, 2025 in Havana. In the face of the ongoing hostility of successive U.S. administrations towards the Cuban Revolution, your support is and will always be essential. As Fidel reminded us, solidarity is the deepest expression of friendship among peoples. In that spirit, we thank you for standing strong by our side in defending Cuba's sovereignty and dignity. We will overcome. Thanks a lot.
From Havana to London, from the past into the future, ICAP continues to walk with the peoples of the world. Together we say, Cuba is not alone. Let Cuba live. Drop the blockade. Hands off Cuba. Viva Cuba.